6'1", the 7-footer usually gets it.
So Matt Bolden shoots free throws as the crowd costs potentially their own team 2 points. And Bolden hits them both. And now Heitfeld will shoot to try and complete the three-point play. And after all is said and done, this could turn out to be a 5-point trip.
Well, what happens with a good team? They have another gear that their opponent doesn't have. The Broncos are going along, and they're grinding out, trying to find offense, trying to give everything they have. John Bryant goes out, and then they make this run on it.
That's a 5-point play for Gonzaga, and it stretches the lead to 67-58, a 9-0 run. Team. Knocks down a three. Big shot for the Broncos. And a quick timeout called by Kerry Keating.
That's a simple play if you can trust your teammates. The ball goes into John Bryant and forces the defense to have to play him. See that double team right there? And he passes it out. Textbook offense. The double team and the repost, but knocking down the shot. That's what you do. Rayhan is the best on this team that will get him the ball. He is aware of his big guy feeding it to him.
Friday night, ESPN shoots you an NBA doubleheader at 7 Eastern. Allen Iverson and the Pistons will take on Dwight Howard and the Magic. Then at 9:30 Eastern, we'll see LeBron and Cleveland taking on the San Antonio Spurs. NBA Friday on ESPN, also on ESPN360.com. For more information, log on to ESPN.com. There's a former MVP hoisting the trophy as a member of the Phoenix Suns. His number retired here at Santa Clara. Ani Turiaf, as we showed you, watching the game tonight as well. 4:17 to go. Santa Clara, with that last three by Rayhan, pulls within 6, but this was a game that Santa Clara was either within a couple or leading for the better part of the second half until a 9-0 run a moment ago by Gonzaga, fueled in part by someone in the students section throwing a soda bottle out onto the floor. That resulted in a technical. Matt Bolden hit a couple. Gonzaga trying to go undefeated in the West Coast Conference. We've seen a lot of tournament MVPs as well wear that Bulldog uniform. AC Cavalry, Dan Dickow in 2001 and 2002. A brief respite for Jason Keefe in 2003 for USD, and right back to Turiaf for the Bulldogs. Adam Morrison won it a couple of times. Eric Rivio in 2007. And then Brandon Johnson last season, and what a shame it was to see him get hurt, knocked out for the year for San Diego this year.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see what San Diego could do if they had a full deck. They didn't have that at all season long, and they've been sputtering.
Pargo, a three. Off the mark. Easy offensive rebound for Bolden.
The good thing about Gonzaga, when they're playing well, they have 5 guys on the offensive end that can score for you. So it's hard to defend everybody. You've only got 5 defenders. When they're playing well, somebody is left one-on-one. They turn the ball over, but you got to get it inside. Go quick.
Bryant double teamed by 2 bigs. Tough to see. Finds Rayhan for 3. In and out. Heitfeld just about lost it. Corralled by Day before it flopped out of bounds.
I like what I saw with Mark Few. He said you can't run the same kind of defense against John Bryant. So what did they do first time this game? They sent big guy to double team him, trying to give him a different look.
5th double-double of the year for Josh Heitfeld. This might be his best game of the season.
Well, he's met the challenge. There was a big guy. They're going for who's the best big guy in this conference, and he's met the challenge tonight. And his teammates helped him out also by knocking down shots.
And he hits a 3. 26 points for Josh Heitfeld. Sorry, 29 points now for Heitfeld. Well, what a night he's had.
He's come with a monster effort. And again, for Gonzaga, they've cracked the code within this conference. But it's about on the national circuit, can they erase the memory in people's mindset of Memphis, 2 undefeated teams? And you say, well, Memphis played Gonzaga, they got the best of them. Will they raise their game to go beyond the Sweet 16?
Rehan drives it, draws the foul. He'll shoot a couple of free throws. Down by 9 with 2:18 to go. And we'll step aside. A new career high for Josh Heitfeld. 29 points. He's done it inside and outside.
Stretching it out, comfortable at the three-point line, nothing but net.
Got a 9-point game here at Santa Clara, Will. Number 17, Gonzaga, in Judgment Week, passing another test. There's a reason that they are so good on the road. They've won their last 8 here at Santa Clara. They're 7-1 in true road games this season. Only UConn is undefeated this year in true road games in America. They've got the best point differential, does Gonzaga, and any team in true road games this season. They win true road games by an average of about 13 points a game. They just know how to handle themselves in this atmosphere.
Well, they were patient as well. They let the game come to them. The Broncos were giving them their best shot. They were absorbing it, and they still did not deviate from what they wanted to do. Move it around and get it to open shooters, and defensively, any opportunity, get out and make Santa Clara chase them.
Santa Clara put together a run in the last 2 minutes.
Santa Clara gave everything they had. This has been a good game for them. They've represented themselves well. Gonzaga just has a little more firepower at every position.
Something else just threw onto the floor. A little piece of foil or something balled up was just tossed from the student section onto the floor, and now one of the officials spots it and has to go over and pick it up. That came out of the student section as well, right behind us. That might be another technical foul.
Well, they're checking on that now. Again, no matter what you might be feeling, again, you've got to have a uniform behavior, and you can't throw anything out here on the floor. That's very dangerous.
The officials finally spotted it, but it definitely flew out of the stands above our heads. And now some of the students, I guess, trying to point out to security which student it was that threw the object on the floor. That might be another technical foul, and it is. That's another technical foul that Gonzaga will now be able to shoot free throws because someone from the student section was dumb enough to throw something on the floor.
Yeah, at some point you got to recognize that you're costing your team more than just an announcement. You got to throw these folks out of here. That's hard when it's been a key game, and that's something that the players can't control, fan behavior.
And Bolden gets them both to go. And now Gonzaga will get the ball once again as they are trying to stay undefeated in West Coast Conference play. It's number 17 Gonzaga here at Santa Clara. Bob Wischusen and Adrian Branch with you on the Thursday Night Showcase presented by T. Rowe Price. 72-63, the Zags have the lead. And they've got the ball back after a couple of made free throws. The second half technical that's been called against the Santa Clara fans for throwing something on the floor. And it ends up being a 4-point trip. It was a 5-point trip last time as Pargo scored.
Well, they were able to create separation. Because of the offensive balance by Gonzaga. They have everyone, they're patient, they take their time, and they trust each other on the road.
Can't hit, Day the rebound, and now with 1:25 to go, Pargo walks it up, and Gonzaga very much in control. And a foul given by Kevin Foster. That's only the 6th team foul on the Broncos, so that was their last foul to give. Now it'll be a 1-and-1.
When the game mattered, the Broncos did a fantastic job of trying to hang in there. But again, John Bryant missed a lot of time, key time, because of fouls. But again, a good team just keeps coming at you, coming at you, coming at you. And that's what Gonzaga did. They're going to have to put the same kind of performance up when they go on a national scale outside of their conference.
Matt Bolden will now go to the line. A 1-and-1.
Bob Heitfeld was big time. He came outside of himself. He raised his game, and this is what a lot of people have been waiting on for this young man, because he can run, he can shoot, he's got great size. You don't have to get any bigger, but he was focused in. and he met the challenge against Bryant today.
Second straight game, Heifeld set a career high at 28 against Pepperdine on Saturday.